In the quiet moments, and even in the loud ones, do you feel it? A sense of weariness that settles deep in the soul. The world moves so fast, filled with noise and demands, pulling us in 1,000 different directions. It's easy to feel lost, adrift on a sea of uncertainty. The weight of our worries, our responsibilities, and the burdens we carry for others can feel immense. When life feels this heavy, our hearts instinctively search for an anchor, a quiet harbor where we can find rest. We long for a stillness that can silence the chaos, a place where our minds can finally feel safe and our spirits can breathe. In the middle of our hurried days, we find ourselves listening for a quiet, steady voice through all the noise. We hope for a gentle hand to guide us along a simpler path. What we truly need is not a temporary escape, but a deep and lasting peace that can anchor us through any storm. For thousands of years, people carrying these same longings have found comfort in an ancient prayer, a song of trust, a promise of divine care. There is a timeless passage that offers exactly this kind of peace. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. These are not just words of comfort, but a profound declaration of trust. To say them is to anchor our restless hearts in a promise that goes deeper than our circumstances. It is a choice, made in the quiet moments of our day, to believe that we are under a care that is both all-powerful and intimately personal. A shepherd cares, protects, and provides. This isn't a distant, abstract care. It is the moment-by-moment attention of one who knows his sheep by name. He knows their individual fears, their unique needs, and the hidden dangers along the path. Saying these words is choosing to believe in this personal, attentive guidance. It is an act of surrender. We release our tight grip on control, our anxious planning for every possible outcome, and we place our future into hands far more capable than our own. He knows what we need before we even form the words to ask. He sees the thirst our soul feels before we recognize it. He understands the hunger for peace that drives our every striving. Because the shepherd is in charge, we can finally rest from the exhausting work of self-reliance. The constant pressure to be enough, to do enough, to have enough, it all begins to fade in the light of his provision. This simple truth gives us permission to be at peace. It is an invitation to exhale the worries we've been holding onto so tightly. Let go of your burdens. The weight of yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's anxieties were never yours to carry alone. Picture yourself placing them, one by one, at the feet of the shepherd. Find contentment not in having everything you want, but in knowing you have everything you need in the gentle care of the Good Shepherd. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Notice the tenderness in these words. He doesn't force us or command us to rest. He us lie down. A sheep will only lie down when it is free from all fear, when its hunger is satisfied, and when it feels completely safe. The shepherd's leadership creates the conditions for our rest. He has already gone ahead to ensure the pasture is safe. He has provided nourishment. Only then does he lead us to these places of calm, beauty, and safety. He knows we need rest, deep, soul-quenching rest, and he leads us into it. In a world that shouts for more activity, more noise, more striving, his voice whispers an invitation to stillness. We are invited to lie down, to let go of our agendas, and simply be. To be present in this moment, held in his care, without needing to perform or produce. This is a gift. Receive it. He leads me beside still waters. Sheep are often afraid of rushing water. They need calm, quiet pools to drink from without fear. The shepherd knows this. He doesn't lead them to a raging river, but to a place of quiet refreshment. This is a picture of perfect peace. In the stillness, we can see a clear reflection. By the still waters of his presence, the frantic noise of the world fades, and we can finally hear the gentle voice of our own soul, and the even gentler voice of God. By his side, our deepest thirst is healed and our souls are refreshed. This is more than just quenching a physical need. It is the restoration of our inner world. Following him to these waters requires trust. It means turning away from the world's noisy and often polluted streams and believing that he knows the true source of living water. He is the source of the still waters. He doesn't just lead us to peace, he our peace. He restores my soul. This is one of the most profound promises in all of Scripture. The Hebrew word for restore can also mean to bring back, to return. When we are lost, He brings us back. When we are weary, He returns our strength. When we are broken, He makes us whole again. This is a promise for our broken places, for the parts of us that feel frayed and worn thin by life. He doesn't just patch us up, He brings back our strength. He breathes new life in places that felt lifeless. This restoration is gentle and often slow, but it is sure. It happens in the quiet moments of surrender, in the choice to trust, in the time spent beside the still waters. He makes our scars into signs of healing. Our past pain, when placed in His hands, is not wasted. It becomes the soil from which future strength can grow. Trust His gentle hands. He is the master of restoration. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. The shepherd not only provides rest and restoration, but also direction. He guides with steady steps along the right paths. His path is good and safe, not because it is always easy, but because He walks it with us. Sometimes the way is narrow and uphill, requiring effort and focus. But it is never a dead end. Yet His way always leads to life, to honesty, to kindness, and to forgiveness. He leads us this way not for our glory, but for His. Our lives, lived in step with Him, become a reflection of His good and trustworthy character. We are not alone on this path. The journey of faith is not a solo expedition. He leads, we follow. Our role is not to forge the path, but to keep our eyes on the guide who walks ahead of us. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The psalm does not deny the existence of dark valleys. It acknowledges them. Life includes seasons of grief, loss, fear, and uncertainty. These are the valleys of deep shadow. But notice the promise. We, the valley. The valley is real, but it is a place we pass through, not a place where we set up camp. It is a temporary passage, not a final destination. And it is a valley of shadow, not of substance. A shadow can be intimidating, but it has no power to harm. The shadows do not have the final say. Light does. The promise is not the absence of fear, but courage in the face of it. I will fear no evil, the psalmist declares. Why? Because there is a presence stronger than fear. The shepherd who leads us to green pastures is the same shepherd who walks with us through the darkest valley. His presence changes everything. So keep walking, there is light ahead. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Here is the heart of our courage. It is not our own strength, but His presence. You are with me. His protection is active and near, symbolized by the rod and the staff. The rod was a heavy club used to defend the sheep from predators. It represents His power to protect us from all that would harm us. The staff, with its gentle crook, was used to guide the sheep, to draw them close, and to rescue them from dangerous places. It is strong enough to defend us, and gentle enough to guide each step. These are the tools of an attentive shepherd. If we wander, He brings us back. If we fall, He lifts us up. The very instruments of His authority are the sources of our comfort. In His presence, even in the valley, we are not abandoned. We are safe, guided, and deeply loved. Let's reflect on what this means for us right now. Trust in God means releasing the heavy burden of needing to control every outcome. It's the quiet surrender of our plans, our timelines, our anxieties into hands far more capable than our own. It is a deep and abiding confidence that a wise guide sees the entire landscape of our lives, not just the path immediately before us. He sees farther than we do, around bends we cannot anticipate. When we truly lean into this, trust lets our bodies and minds exhale. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw unclench. This is the physical release that comes from spiritual rest. Peace is not the absence of storms. It is the unwavering presence of the shepherd right beside us as the winds howl. It is a stillness of the soul, an anchor that holds firm even when the surface of our life is turbulent. He blesses us in the midst of trouble, not only after it passes. His provision and comfort are not a reward for surviving the trial, but the very means by which we endure it. Think of this incredible promise. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Even when surrounded by opposition, anxiety, or fear, God invites us to a place of honor and nourishment. He doesn't remove the enemies. He makes them irrelevant by focusing our attention on His feast. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. This is a picture of extravagant blessing, of being so filled with God's joy, peace, and provision that it cannot be contained. It spills over, touching everything and everyone around us. It is a refreshing, life-giving abundance that flows directly from the source. Because of this, we are never alone. Goodness and mercy are not distant concepts. They are our constant companions, following every step we take, on every path we walk. A faithful presence goes before us to prepare the way and comes behind us to guard our journey. We are completely enveloped in His care, and the final, glorious destination of this journey is secure. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This isn't just a future hope, it's a present reality. We begin to dwell in His presence now. This hope steadies today and brightens all of our tomorrows. It is the foundation upon which we can build a life of unshakable peace. Take a moment now. Breathe in His peace. Breathe out your worries. Let these words of promise settle deep within your heart, taking root and bearing fruit in your life. The Lord is your shepherd. You have what you need. He gives rest to your weary heart. He calms anxious thoughts with His peace. He walks with you through every valley. His protection and guidance never fail. His blessing meets you even in hard places. Goodness and mercy are following you today. Your final home is with Him forever. Be at peace. You are deeply loved and never alone. If this message brought you peace, subscribe to Walking in Faith and continue this journey with us. May the peace of the Shepherd rest upon you now and always. Amen.